Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to Microsoft Azure, one of the first challenge you'll face is understanding the Azure portal. So in this video, we'll be explaining the Azure portal along with the navigations and everything. When you log in for the first time, you'll see a dozen of menus and services and the options, and you'll feel like it's overwhelming. Yeah, Microsoft has many services which mostly we won't use all the services, but each has its own priority as well. Like maybe I'm not going to completely explain Azure services like VM, storage, networks, databases in this video particularly. Sorry. Instead, I'll give you a complete tour about Azure Portal, and you can confidently navigate Portal and know where everything located. Okay. By the end of this video, you'll understand the portal layout, navigation options, search functionalities, dashboard, subscriptions, notification, and many useful features Azure administrators use every day. So let's get started. Yeah, obviously this is the page you'll get after logging into your particular Azure account. So this is the home page of the Azure portal. After signing in Microsoft, after signing in with your Microsoft account, so this is the home page of the portal. You'll get to here. Depends upon the permissions. It might vary, like only few, like if you are just based on the roles, you are just a VM administrator or contributor. Based on that, resources may vary, but basically this will be your home page. Okay. Before clicking anything, let's understand the overall layout. Okay. The Azure portal can be divided into four main sections. Like top is a navigation bar. Okay, that contain a global search, Cloud Shell, which is like Azure CLI, notifications, settings, support, and a user profile. Okay, user profile, you can see which user you have logged in and everything. Think of this as your quick access toolbar. Okay, and left menu navigation, like left menu. This is the navigation of this has most of the navigation options. Okay, this is where you will find many resources listed here since which is from home page, create a resource and all services, resource groups, dashboard, monitoring, all the services basically. You can find all resources, all services, dashboards, home page, create a resource, and everything can be like it has all the navigations, basic navigations basically. Okay. Yeah. This is a main workspace, the center section where all the resources is available. Basically this is a new account, right? So we don't have much here. In the upcoming videos, you can see or by continuously creating and working in the Azure portal, will get you all the recent resources and configuration we done. Like that will be here, okay? And the other one is resource blade. Whenever a resource is opened, you'll display a resource blade of format. This contains layout makes Azure easier to learn because the most services allows you to navigate pattern, which is like I can just create you something like this. You can see like you have still have this navigation bar here, and you're under the home and the resource manager. Under resource manager, you can find like many other options, like everything like that. Okay, it's a basic. Back back to the home page. Okay. Let's start with the homepage. Whenever you log in, you typically opens this homepage. The homepage serves as a central starting point. Like whenever creating a number of resources and everything, and you just log into portal.azure.com. This is the kind of page where you land. Where here you'll commonly find recent resources, quick links to whatever you worked on, and mostly sometimes the Azure updates can be like health information, everything can be like it will be visible here. Okay, that's how this page is designed, and the home page is designed to help you quickly access to the resources. Use the most based on that, like how frequently you use things. It will sort the resources and services, and it will just add all those things here. Okay, for a beginner, it's like best place to start. Okay, done. And we'll go to the search bar, global search bar, where you can search with any kind of keywords instead of navigating through the menus. You can just type and find what you want. Like you can type with what are, service names can be requested, and if I just say RE, like what are the list of services which it has, and resources which we have. Like if I created a resource, any of the resources like VM which name starts with RE, like then it will list those under this resource sections. And under services, I have this many, and marketplace has in many other details and documents, and these are related to the search bar. Like this will make search with all things. Like if I particularly select under services, these are the services which starts with RE, which has R and E in this. Okay, that's how this global search bar works. As you gain experience with Azure, you'll notice that the most administrators rely heavily on search bar because it's significantly faster than browsing through menu. A good habit is to search first and navigate second. Yeah. So we can create any resources with the create resource option, which we find here. Just close it. Yeah. Under this, we can find like every Azure related services in this, where whenever you want to create like deploy an Azure service, you can just go here and find everything like from function app, web app, key vault, virtual machines, storages, and even marketplaces are available. Products are available here like Windows, Windows 11, Ubuntu, SQL, Red Hat and OSs, everything like resource groups, virtual networks, everything will be available here. You can just create from this particular option in the navigation bar, like left navigation menu. Yeah, and all services. This is like area which contains complete catalog of Azure services. Like the create resource is a catalog, like it's an option for services which we deploy. And this is the complete service of Azure, like where you just get every services which is offered from Azure. That's how we get services are grouped into like options, like categories. You can find like AML, like AI and machine learning, analytics, which are the tools used for analytics will be listed here. Compute, what are the resources which you're gonna services which is related to compute, like from virtual machines, virtual machine application versions, image versions, compute images, host groups, image, and everything like every service related to compute. Containers, likewise, you have containers, Kubernetes centers, everything, databases, SQL, like Azure SQL databases, managed instance, Cosmo DB, like what are they related to DevOps, everything. It is just grouped accordingly. Don't worry if you don't recognize most of them yet. Even experienced Azure engineers only use a subset of Azure services because it has n number of services. The purpose of this section is to provide a complete service directory. So this serves its purpose, but we'll use whatever we just needed. That's it. Like, don't need to confuse yourself. So in this particular options, we can find like favorites. We can add few as a favorites, which allows you to customize your navigation experience. You'll notice a favorite section under all services. This allows you to ping commonly used services for quick accesses. Example, like any of these are like advisors, app services, Cosmo DBs, app functions, all resources. Everything is like it's added to favorite earlier, like by default. You can either remove it or add it. Like you can add if you have any favorite services. If I am a database administrator basically, or a VM, which or else I'm gonna access only a particular VM. So I can add those in a favorite, so where we can like now we navigate and create those easily rather than just like searching for it under compute and databases and looking for it for an easy access basically. Yeah. And again, we can in this left navigation menu, you can find dashboards. Now let's explore this. The dashboard is a customizable workspace in within Azure, like where you can create your own dashboard and to display the information. That's all. Okay. For example, like what are the resources which is accessed frequently that can be listed, and the cost informations, monitoring data, and custom widgets, like everything can be added. Okay. One of the useful feature is the ability to create multiple dashboards for different environment, like such like you can use for development. There is a dashboard and everything is like testing, development, everything you can add, and you can find a custom option to have a customized dashboard, like basically particular health check or VM scales and everything that you can just add with a differential. There's no standard, and you have templates as well. Like okay, that's how this dashboard helps you to monitor everything rather than just looking into a particular VMs and logs of each VMs. Okay, and yeah, we can understand the resource pages. Okay, let's open any of the resources. Okay, I'll just open virtual machine. So almost every Azure resource follows a similar structure. It usually finds a section such as overview. Okay, and you have something called, yeah, we just go to overview first. Okay, sorry, I just created into, okay, yeah, now I'm going into virtual machine. We can just go into resource group, I guess. Okay, not everything, like I said. Okay, we go VM itself, where you can find just a overview section where you have all the details about the VM or like this particular services. If I create a VM, and I'll be having listing like the VM will be listed here. If I select it, it will has its own overview and the active logs, like what are the activities done in that. The logs will be listed, and what particular access it has, the IAM accesses, access roles, controls. Then the monitoring logs can be visited. Like okay, and the properties and tags basically. Like we'll explain what are the like what are these under each section which we create. Like okay, while explaining each resources, I'll explain everything. And yeah, next to the notification center, which I explained earlier, we obviously have this option in the top bar where we can find the notifications, where I have only the credits I have received under the subscription, that notification. Rather than that, if we create any create or delete or whatever activities we do in this particular tenant will be listed in this notification, so you can understand what actually happened like for this particular. Okay, all those will be in the notification bar. You can understand everything and get the message if something fails during deployment, or like something is getting deleted, something is getting updated, and everything will be listed here. Okay, it's a simple feature but extremely important during troubleshooting, because when you create a number of like some number of resources and it gets stuck somewhere, and you'll get the actual root cause from this notification bar. That helps. Okay, and yeah, we can go for directory and subscriptions maybe. Then as of now, just let me just navigate to directory. Yeah, so we'll just look for, yeah, just do the directory, switch directory. Yeah, you can find under settings, even like by selecting the settings options, and you can go via user profile as well. Okay, directory and subscriptions. One area that often confuse beginners is subscriptions and directories. Azure organization may have like multiple subscriptions, multiple tenants, multiple environments. The directory and subscription it allows you to filter like and switch between those subscriptions, tenants, and enrollment. Like always verify your current subscription before creating resource because I as of now we have only one subscription. If I have two subscriptions or something like that, we might maintain a subscription for development, testing, and product. In that, we should be more cautious, like under which subscription we are creating particular resources, and the costing will work accordingly because we won't create production level systems in the development area and even testing. Like the numbers may vary, right? That helps us in most of the cost cuttings. Yeah, then right. Many mistakes have been because the resources accidentally deployed with a different subscription. Sometimes we'll create a different subscription, right? That will make a wrong cost. Like people may not, some people will have access in subscription A, and some people may not have in the subscription like B. This makes confusion and access issue. Like you should like, so be more cautious before creating anything. You can navigate to this with the settings option or even via your profile, user profile. Okay, that helps you to look at which particular subscription you like are you okay then even before creating any resources you'll get to know under which subscription you need to create. Let me show like I'm just creating a VM. So in this VM it will ask you for a subscription in the first place. So if you have multiple subscription it will list you all the subscriptions so you can create accordingly. Okay, so basically this is how it works. And the portal settings and customization which I explained to you earlier where like you can find the under the settings appearance which has like layout can be changed. These are the like flyouts duct like collapsible like when I start any application like any options it should collapse to all the options which it has or like it should expand every options and I should collapse which are the options I don't need or the color theme like dark, the auto switch or light and dark and everything. It's still there and like what is a startup view page like it should be a home page or a dashboard which we created. If we are actually using it, that can be changed and everything. It is customizable. Okay, when we need to make all this, select all the changes, and when you click apply, it will just create yeah, the request you have made. Okay, done. You can see this is how it is done nicely. I'll just switch back to where it was. And yeah, guys, overall, I have explained most of the features in the Azure portal, like just for the navigation, not just complete resources. And this is, I'll just give you a recall. This is Azure portal layout. Azure portal layout has search bar on the top, navigation in the left, and you have the home page which shows all the recent resources and everything. And on the search bar, you have searching options like Cloud Shell, which is Azure CLI, notifications, settings, customer support, feedbacks, and user profile. This is how it works basically. Yeah, right. And homepage. Basically, homepage will have all the recent resources which you often select, which helps you to reduce navigations. But this is a new account, right? We don't have much now like resources created in this. And home page is the explained and the search functionality as I mentioned you can find you can search with the services resources marketplace documentations and everything like even within the resource groups or the resource groups names and everything can be like searched via this you can find the options like this like if I have only the resource name I'll search with the resource name if I know only the like which subscription it is I can search accordingly that can be done right? That's how it works search functionalities and creating a resource. You go under create resource. You can find n number of resources which is deployed in Azure. Yeah, that can be searched here. Yeah, right. And all services, basically all services, it has all the services details from like AI, analytics, compute, and everything is here. Like literally every services from Azure is listed here. And we also saw the favorite options, how this works, recent which we recently navigated will be listed here. And you can find this dashboard and the same left of menu options. It can be customized and for looking data and everything. Resources can be navigated from here and done, and notification I mentioned, everything will be listed in this. All data can be used for like future troubleshootings. Under settings, you can find dashboard like what to say, directory and filters. So in this, you can find all the directories you are into in the subscription which you have. You can switch subscription accordingly in order to like stop confusions and maintain billing separately. Yeah, this is done. And the cell, as usual, it is explained earlier, but still it's quite it'll cost you a little. It's basically like PowerShell, which integrated with Azure. Okay, so we need to select which account it is required, which need to be mounted, and which subscription we need to select. Everything if we select, you can this will act as a CLI like command prompt within the Azure portal. Okay, this is the basic thing. Now that you are comfortable navigating Azure, you are ready to start learning like actual Azure services, which we'll cover in the upcoming videos. So if you find this walkthrough useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. In the next video, we'll begin with Azure resources and explore how cloud infrastructure is actually built inside Azure. Okay, thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.